everyone. I just wanted to go over a few things in regards to preparing your drawing board with your painting paper. So I will be painting with oils. So I am going to be painting on the Arches Hewley paper, which is paper specifically prepared and sized for oil paintings. If you are painting in water-based media or acrylics, then you can use any paper, though I recommend something that has a nice weight to it. Or you can paint on gessoed paper, which gives it a kind of slicker, less absorbent surface. This is a sheet of 16 by 20 Arches Hewley paper. So I am just going to keep it super simple and half this twice. On the Arches Hewley paper, you'll see that there is a watermark. Different from other types of paper, with the Arches Hewley paper, you can paint on either side. So don't fret if you notice that the watermark is in reverse. So this is roughly just short of 20 and a half. So I'm gonna go about a 10 and a quarter. Just slightly mark it. And again, I'm not like I'm kind of loose with this stuff. I'm not super anal. It's nice to make some guidelines here, but a lot of times I'm just eyeballing it. I love tearing my paper as opposed to cutting my paper because I like the look of the deckled edge. I just feel like it looks more handmade. This is a tearing bar that I have, but you can also tear with a heavier weight ruler. So I'm just lining up my tearing bar to those light marks that I made. And then I am going to take my left hand onto the tearing bar and pull the paper towards me and down. And while I do that, I'm going to kind of creep my hands. I'm creeping my left hand down the tearing bar to maintain pressure all the way. And then when you get to the end, you kind of want to really pull it out and away. So I have these around 16 inches. Eyeballing it and then just pulling it towards me. So now I have 4 pieces of the Arches paper that I'm going to mount on my drawing board. For mounting your papers that you're painting, you could use painter's tape, you could use masking tape, you could use Artist Pro tape, which is a higher quality tape. I find that when I'm starting a painting, I just prefer using the blue painter's tape because it's less expensive. It has a good amount of tack. And when I get to a later phase in a painting, I find that the contrast of the blue and the saturation of this blue color is potentially hindering my ability to see the edges of the painting. That's when I switch to a nicer quality. And then I just want to kind of line my pieces of paper down, kind of placing these on the same line with a similar border. And then I'm just going to tack the top. With these guys kind of lined up, you can tape these individually or you can tape just kind of all the way across. If I was taping all the way across, I like to have a little bit of a white border over the paper. I find that when pulling the tape off of my paintings on paper, the white border really helps me to see the work. It kind of operates in the same way that a frame does, right? Like we use frames to help us, give us clarity and to enhance the work. So I find that the white border kind of does the same thing. So I'm just gonna overlap this tape. Again, I kind of eyeball it. You can, with the painter's tape, the nice thing is that it's kind of semi-transparent, so you can kind of see through it to kind of see where you are. I'm gonna tape the next level up. If you want to overlap, you don't necessarily need to go as wide. if you want to kind of maximize the paper. So that is all set and ready to go and ready to paint. I don't need to prime this paper. Since it's an oil-based paper, I can now start right on this.